Bigot. That's a giant, isn't it? That's a freaking giant. Oh my gosh. How about?
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, welcome over here to the Googan Squad channel. It's myself and Mr. Chris Zaldane. So, you can spend as much as you want on a boat. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, you can spend as much as you want. I think, how much do you think I got in this boat anyway? 110-ish? 100?
It's rigged to the nines for sure.
You're probably looking at about $100,000 to $110,000. Like, sincerely, I didn't fork up that much cash out the gate. But we'll say this is a $100,000 boat, which you think it is, Chris? You have all the electronics?
Easily.
Okay.
Easily.
So you spend 100 grand on the boat. Come here, Charles, look at this. We've replaced the batteries now twice. We had Impulse lithiums in the back. We thought that was a problem. Wasn't Impulse's batteries that were the issues. They're still sitting over there, by the way. So we put these Battleborns in there. Now those things, look at this. Look at this. So on this, look at this battery terminal right there. Look at that. All right, so I want to go plug in. I'm not a big electrical guy. He's actually like an electrician by trade apparently. So I want to go plug in this nice little 40 amp fuse right here. This is this beautiful thing. Something sparked on me like crazy arced. It's a powerful charge. Absolute trash with lithium batteries.
It's yeah, I put these batteries in and we're getting 36 volts, which is what's required to run a trolling motor. We're getting 36 volts being sent that way. So I don't know if it's the charger, it's, you know, the other electronics, trolling motor. We're finding out right now. So it's a process of elimination.
I'm gonna go ahead and go on a limb and be honest. It's probably the powerful charge is giving us so much issues. Powerful makes great. These are great. These things work great. But that charge system back there is now fried. 2 sets of batteries, doesn't charge, and I'm gonna have to switch over to the other charge system.
Long story short, electronics do not mix with water very well. And what does a boat do? It lives in water. Yeah. So 100 grand, put it in the water. That's what
it's something good. It catches fire. That's pretty much what the deal is. But we're making a send out here to East Texas today. We're gonna be using a lot of rattling chunks. I'm hoping. So the goal is gonna use rattling chunks, cracking craws, frogs. That's pretty much it. You're gonna see us bring out the heavy tackle and start flipping, hopefully catch some giants, but he's gotta pull this thing up and do some Chris Zaldane things. He literally is an electrician by trade. That's why Trait decided to marry him. She wanted a real man, not a fisherman.
What would cause those issues? So,
battery just caught on fire!
That was awesome. All right, so you absolutely have an issue with your trolling. That shouldn't have did that. So there's a grounding issue or something going on in the trolling motor, and it's not the manufacturer's fault. I mean, with all this going on, there's something. Look at that! It arced out that ring terminal. Yeah, we caught on fire. That's awesome. That's the first for me. Black to black, red to red, and that happened. So there's absolutely an issue from here on.
Okay, so
wow, that was gnarly. That's how boat fires start.
How are you doing, buddy?
Positive.
What's that again? But he actually wired the positive and negative together. Yeah, that's what happened. That's why all my fuses blew and my battery caught fire.
So here's your power right here. I mean, he's got them together.
Damn.
That's just like grabbing a battery and dropping a screwdriver on it. I'm confident.
He's doing it again now, Trey. You ready? Here he goes. He's touching him here. It's flipping around for Trey can watch you possibly blow yourself up.
Let me put some iPro on. Try turning it on now.
It just beeped. It just beeped.
There we go.
So now we can leave.
Yep.
Trey, thanks for hanging out with us today. You enjoy your time. We'll call you later.
No, wait, I gotta talk to Greg.
We did it. Yeah, this is the first lake I ever cashed any reasonable check on. I made 10 grand here. And then I donated to a kid. But we, yeah, we're out here. He's always wanted to fish here. I have a little bit of experience here. I fished here for about a week or so. I think it was about a week. 3 days of practice, 6 days. I fished 6 days here. It's a good lake. It's got a lot of good fish in it. I don't know where they're at clearly because I haven't been here in a year. But we're gonna do a lot of flipping with a. We got rattling chunks on. This is what last time I was here, I used a rattling chunk by itself with a 2/0 hook, one of our 2/0 Googan squad hooks. All the stuff I'm talking about, you guys can find in the description below. If you guys want 10% off, you guys can use code LUNKERS at checkout if you really want to. But I'm telling you guys, we're gonna be using a rattling chunk, 3/8 ounce, 2/0 hook. I actually have one rod with 17-pound Googan fluoro and then one with 20. And the one with 20 actually has a Googan nuke on it, and it's gonna be more for my really heavy brush. We're gonna do a lot of flipping, swim jigging, frogging, should be up close and personal stuff. Oh my God, I'm biggin', biggin'.
That's a giant, isn't it? That's a freaking giant, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
First cast on the freaking tree. Holy
that was awesome.
that thing smoked the piss out of me.
Nice. Good one. 4.5 pounder.
Oh my God, buddy.
We spun the chunk off when we were just talking about that. The contrast with a white Grass Hero jig and a black and blue rattling chunk.
Yeah.
First cast. I was skeptical. I'm not gonna lie. I was skeptical. He threw the chunk off. Where's the chunk? The chunk. He threw it off.
Threw the chunk off.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's a good fish right out of the gate.
That was awesome.
Dude, I watched him eat it too. I flipped up in there and he goes, oh my God. First fish, a little 4.5 pounder right there. Good start. We have to go to that island now. The other one. What a start. First place. First cast. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I like it. Show me what he. So I got a 3/8 ounce all white Grass Hero Googan squad jig. It's a grass jig basically, but it's a swim jig, best way to put it. And then a Googan baits black and blue rattling chunk. I know it sounds goofy. He thought it looked goofy.
I was skeptical, dude. I was skeptical.
Because it looks goofy, but it works.
Where I grew up, we were taught to match everything, but that contrast right there obviously worked.
I flipped it in there and it ate it so quick. That was awesome.
Hit it right on the ball. First pop. 3-pounder. I was shaking it just hard enough to get the rattle going, you know, in the trailer. That's awesome. Bit it hard. Water's warming up around here in East Texas. That's cool. That was a fun one. Nice. Flip fish, absolutely. That's fun.
Oh, 2.5, 3. Some shade back in here. I mean, these fish are pretty good, you know what I mean? We haven't caught any super dinks yet. That one was a little thin. But once again, look at that. Old rattling chunk on a 2/0 hook. Although I think we call them the crack and crawl hooks. This is just a normal little hook right there. Got a chunk in it. You guys can hear the rattle in there. Love it.
See, that crawl looks amazing. Like, you wouldn't think flip a jig trailer. I mean, it's a chunk. But with the 2/0 hook, I mean, it's perfect. It looks like this. That's what it looks like.
It does look like it, yeah.
Look! Oh, I just had one.
I just
see that? You don't go like this in a fish tank.
Oh,
Dude, just followed it. Dude. Nice one.
These are all quality fish. Man, he was like
nice one. Way
tucked
back there.
up against that damn tree, dude.
bite too.
That was a good
Gosh.
one. That's like a 3-pounder, 2.5. 2.5, 3-younder. Good tournament grade fish for sure here.
Just got bit twice.
You just got bit twice right there. Is it gonna happen again?
Nope.
There's a big one. That's a big one, dude.
Oh yeah, that is fun. Oh,
You know what's
that is awesome, dude.
that zone?
Dude,
there
I'm telling you. Look at, there's like dead bodies all over the floor right now. I'm telling you, it goes like this. That's what it looks like. That's awesome. Big old fatties. That's the action they want right now. Awesome. Let's box that one for a little bit. Just for
You
a
gonna
little
box
bit.
it?
Yeah. Just let her hang out for a second.
I should have boxed that first one.
That
Like
was fun.
I'm throwing this thing all by itself. He's throwing it on a jig.
Keep it moving. Just keep it
Love
moving.
it.
That's the thing. And this is like the perfect time of year for that too. I mean, we're in the post spawn for the bass, and then the shad spawn is probably happening right about now. Water temperature is probably about 70, 70 and a half, 75. So a nice little kind of mid-depth, you know, mid-water column presentation. Although it's only 2 feet of water, bites are happening, you know, mid-column and also on the fall. So that's it.
It's our new ad for the.
That was awesome.
Not that one. This, not that one either. Just this one.
So let that be a kind of a good lesson. We were working this creek, and we kind of noticed that there was slime growing on these branches that we were, you know, we're getting bites on these trees and overhangs and laydowns moving into this creek. And all of a sudden we saw the slime growing on these laydowns the further back into the creek we went. We haven't had a bite in like 20, 30 minutes as we noticed the slime here. So that indicates that we went too far back. So kind of keep that in mind, whether you're walking the bank or if you're in a boat. If you go too far, you look for those signs like the slime, meaning the water's a little stagnant, maybe the oxygen level is a little bit different or a little bit off. There's always clues to be found. You just gotta keep your eyes open and look for them.
Yeah.
God, I love a flipping
That was filthy, dude. Nice. So fat.
Another one. Little 2-yonder right there. Dude, I love a flipping bite, man. We are absolutely making a graveyard of these baits right now. Look at that. Love them things. You get about 2 fish out of each one of these things, to be honest with you guys. Unless it's on the back of a jig. The way I'm using it, you probably get about 2 to 3 fish, but on the back of a jig, it lasts quite a bit longer. People always ask us why we make the bait soft or why certain baits are harder than others. Like we hardened up the bandito bug quite a bit, like significantly. But a lot of baits, they stay soft because they just get bit a lot better soft. You know, I had a guy at a boat ramp last week. He asked me why the Kraken crawl was so soft. And I asked him, I said, do you get bit a lot? Do you catch a lot of fish? And he said, yes. I said, there you go. So that's pretty much it. There's no need to change stuff that ain't broke, right? Don't fix without bugs. Is what they say, right, Charles?
Yes, sir.
This thing looks tasty though. Ooh, gotta make sure that is nice.
Ours was awesome. Lots of bites.
I know we got an idea for tomorrow though.
Yes, absolutely.
Like now we
Absolutely.
have an idea.
We won't be dealing with as much wind either. So we're
No,
good.
that's true. It's windier than the sun will be doing out there. I like it. I'm happy with it.
Yep.
Bet you $1,000 there's a bass in it.
Oh yeah, here in East Texas. There's not a single pond in East Texas without a bass in it.
Good little house here. I hope you guys are excited. Hope your nether regions are going like this over the next couple days. You might see myself and Mr. Zaldane hammer down on some giants. I'm gonna try to catch them on top water tomorrow though. I do love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me over here on the Googan Squad channel. I'm out. See you guys.